Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Winnipeg Business Podcast, where I bring in Winnipeg's finest businesses to share who they are, what they do, what makes them unique, and what you should look for when dealing with somebody within their industry. So without further ado, let's go. Hey guys, with me today is Ammorn Sayavongsa, here from A's Crochets, to share her journey, her story, who she is, what she does here on the Winnipeg Business Podcast. So without further ado, Ammorn.
Hi. So like you said, my name's Ammorn. I do crochet stuff. I started, I guess, back in, I think 2014 it was, so a long time ago. I probably learned how to do it on YouTube because I used to watch, my aunties do it when I was a kid, and I just recently wanted to try it. I actually had A's Crochets back then as well, except I kind of fell off the grid for a couple years before coming back and doing it again. So here I am. It's getting better. It was bigger before, but it's always good to come back.
Yeah, and you can make it bigger this time around. So
exactly.
What exactly got you into crocheting? Where was this light bulb moment that said, like, I should make a business out of this? This is pretty cool.
For back then, it was more so like I wanted to make clothes for myself to wear. I saw people doing it and I was like, oh, okay, it's like such a cool idea to be able to make your own clothes. You save money, all that. And then it just kind of grew from there. I took selfies and like stuff I made, and people would message me like, hey, can you make me one too? And I'd be like, yeah, why not? And it just kept going from there. And then I guess this time around, I started again a couple months ago, like last year around October. And for that one, what happened was I was just kind of crocheting for fun, doing, some people would ask me, oh, can you make me this? Can you make me that? And I'd be like, yeah. So the one thing that kind of like jet started everything was the Among Us, the whole Among Us phase. Well, I guess it's still going on, but one of my friends asked me, hey, do you think you can make me like an Among Us plush? Like, I'll send you a picture. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? So once again, like the selfie I took before, I took a picture of the Among Us crochet, and that kind of just went off like crazy. A whole bunch of people messaging me. And then especially since it was right around, you had it ready.
So yeah, my cousin for Christmas actually got me the green one. We do him a lot. And we all have our designated colors. And sure enough, she got us them for Christmas. And I thought it was so unique. I really loved it. And I was like, I got to invite this girl to the podcast. This is so...
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that's basically what got me back into it. A bunch of people just like messaged me, and it was like such good timing too, because it was right before Christmas. And, there's a lot of kids who play it, and a lot of people have big families, like, like your cousin, she ordered a big order. And I don't know, it was just crazy. It was a hectic month, honestly. It was a hectic 2 months.
So do you do it all by yourself, or do you have help somewhere?
That's actually one of the hardest, it is just me. So it's kind of hard, especially since I want to like take on every order I can, but there's only like so much I could do, right? But luckily, my mom, however, she did learn how to do like some simple stitches back then. So she was like, oh, just let me help you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I like found like an easy task she could do that would help me a lot, and I would just pass it on to her whenever it would get to that point in the crochet, and she would just help me, and it made so many orders go by faster.
Nice. So Valentine's Day is coming up. Do you have anything special that you're doing for it, or are you already overwhelmed with orders?
Well, I really wanted to do something for Valentine's Day, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to plan anything this year because I was busy with school. But I remember last year I made roses for people for Valentine's Day or for like Mother's Day, and I just like handed them out. I wish I could have done that again this year, but it was just too crazy.
So do you mind me asking, what age are you? Because you were saying that you had it a few years ago and you just started the business back up, but you only look like you're like 12 years old. I had no idea you were this young when I reached out to the person who made this for me.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I get that I get that I look young a lot, honestly, but I'm actually 24, turning 25 in about 4 months. But when I started this, I think I was 18 when I started this whole thing. It was just a hobby, and then it just grew into something, you know?
Yeah, that's how some of these businesses start.
Yeah. It's always great to enjoy like what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you love what you do and do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right? So
Exactly.
So if the audience wanted to reach out to you or check out one of your pages, your social media to see what kind of other stuff you made or will be making in the near future, what is the best way that they can contact you or check you out?
Yeah, so the best way to contact me is probably through DMing me on my Instagram, because that's where I post the most and that's where I'm the most active, which is A's Crochets. And you can also email me too. It's still the same thing, acecrochets@gmail.com. But I would say the faster way to get to me is by DMing me.
So that's all we have for today's episode. For those of you guys watching, till next time, go with the pros. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Winnipeg Business Podcast. If you know anyone you think would make a perfect guest for the show, please send them to thewinnipegbusinesspodcast.com. Have them fill out the form and someone from our team will get back to them ASAP. Till next time.